I want to take a few moments to go over how you can find your journal articles. You can always use the library at school and you can search that online, but most students don't want to do that. They want to just use Google. So you can use regular Google or you can actually use Google Scholar. So if you use Google Scholar, it will only find journal articles. Now, the choice is up to you which one you want to use. I want to kind of show you the pros of using Google Scholar. Let's say that my major focus is Internet of Things, so that's IoT. And I've already read through experiment 1 and I've kind of picked out some keywords that I think might work. And so one thing that I noticed in experiment 1, which make sure you check this because I could be just totally making this up, is solubility. So I put in IoT and I put in solubility. So now what I need to do is I need to find an article that has a PDF, because I remember that my instructor told me I had to submit my PDFs with my lab report link. So the easiest way in Scholar is over here on the right hand side. It will tell you if it's an HTML document or if it is a PDF document. You can use an HTML if you know how to convert it to a PDF. I would accept that. So I would have to kind of look through here and see, and I'm not really seeing any IoT for what I think IoT should mean. So I'm going to change that word to the entire word instead of an acronym. And now look, the very first result that came up is, look at that, it's a PDF, but it's at ResearchGate, so that's probably going to be a dissertation or something that I don't want to read through. The other thing is, remember that your articles have to be within 5 years. So here's kind of a cool thing. I can set the custom range for the last 5 years. So since it's currently 2020, that would be 2015 to 2020, and now when I hit search, that 11,000 came down to only 4,500 results. So it's the same kind of thing. So here, let's say that I pick this one. It's got something about, water solubility, games, and then the Internet of Things. So I'm going to click that. And when it comes up, it's going to open it up in Acrobat for me. And look at that, right there, I've already got a journal article, and it's on my computer. Howbeit very small, but I can make it bigger so I can read it. So I would take this and I would want to read through this and see if it is actually going to be applicable to what I'm doing in lab. So if experiment 1 is about solubility, I notice here that it said that was a key word, and so I could actually go through and say, can I find solubility? And look, there it is right there. And there's something about pH. And so if experiment 1's about solubility, I've already found my first article. Now, what if that didn't work? So let's say the article that I found isn't exactly what I want. I can continue to search through here and see if there's something else. Now, you know, you don't have to have PDF over here, but you probably won't have access if it doesn't say PDF on the right. So let's see, I noticed in that article it said something about pH. Now I'm not really sure whether or not pH is really in experiment 1, but let's go ahead and look through it. Well, I noticed this time when I do it, it has kept my range and then it has PDFs. So what happens if I want to just use Google? So I can come back over to Google and I can put the same thing in. And then I can just add PDF at the end. And what you'll notice is it's going to give you PDFs over here that I can actually search. So as you notice here, I can still find PDFs, but now the question is what I found an article that I can use for class? The big thing is, if you're unsure or if you're having a hard time, don't just worry about it. Ask me how to do something. Ask me to help you find something. Ask for some keywords to help you. I mean, the whole purpose is that you learn how to find these articles and then read through them, which some of them will be very difficult to read through, but you need to get a broad idea of what's going on so that you can then put that in your conclusion application part of your lab report. Again, whether it is written or it is the oral report. So if you have any questions on how to use Google, or if you want to use a library to find articles, please let me know, and I'm more than happy to help you out.